So yes, when you saw the post uh, that Wednesday, today 7 p.m. there could be something called "Are you dating or living with a narcissist?" What made you join the call? Can somebody start talking, sharing, and what is it all about? What made you join the call? As I said, this is an open discussion, and please do not hesitate to speak up, talk, share whatever it is. Nobody's going to judge. There's nothing called right and wrong out here. We're just coming together to ask for suggestions, discuss our challenges, and all that. So yes, what made you join the call when you saw "Are you dating or living with a narcissist?" What do you understand by that?
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible. Who's it? What's your name?
It's Arvin. It's Arvin.
Arvind. Arvind. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Actually, I was look from my side, like it's sometimes we feel that we are not getting the right path or something, or what is going in my mind and in all my body and in every cell of mine. It is like I was feeling that maybe some prayers may answer, and suddenly I came to, like, I was scrolling Instagram and I find this channel over there and then a link, and then I joined. I take it as God's message that maybe I may get that peace and healing which I am craving for. Because people they talk, people can guide, but nobody can help you healing unless we are ready to heal. So when I saw that line, "Are you dating or living with narcissist?" So it's narcissist period is over in my life, no doubt, but I'm struggling to move on, as many people they come with the open arms. Like I get certain people in my life whom I can like they are trustworthy or they are real, but my past experiences let keep me shaking every time. Like I have developed so much trust issues that I seeing even that person is worth and everything, I am not ready to embrace that. That's why I have dropped a message about healing chakras and all, because somebody pointed me out. One of my friend, she said you are out of all these things, but your heart chakra is blocked. She's on meditation and she just guided me this, but nobody can help me how I can open that heart chakra, how I can start trusting again, or how I can heal myself. But what I find today, even when I have dropped my writings in that, after writing, I was like, everything is coming out. I'm vomiting out, and more I vomit out, it's more I am getting healed. So that's why it inspired me to join today at 7. Right now, even I'm not well, but I was waiting when it is 7 p.m. and I must attend this call because I really want to heal. I am getting messages from people, like even this platform is a message from the God to me that if I'm on healing process, I'm on that path, I get people, like-minded people, or I may get some help, because it's nothing like it's not medicine and all. It's like you can share and talk and you feel that yes, you have the capacity to heal. So I find this platform a really, blessing for me today, that I am here.
Well,
And I'm really
well,
thankful to Mr. Karma, whom I have interacted on this platform only, and all of you who are there. Thank you so much.
thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining the group, and may you find the solution for your challenges. Yes, Ravi and Seema, you raised your hand. Seema, would you like to go first? Please unmute yourself and you can start talking.
Yeah, I think Kumar asked a question that what do you think the narcissists are?
Yes,
So
yes.
I'm actually not very sure, but still, I think that I've gone through that in the childhood also, and maybe in my past marriage also. So I think these people are really self-absorbed people. They are like so greedy to have attention. I mean, the world is only about them. There is no space for the other person. And as far as they are the attention of the that particular relationship, so it's everything about them. So as far as you are fulfilling that, then you are taken care. And if you're not, then maybe you won't be like existing only for them. So in their perfect world, in perfect stories, they are very like absorbed people, according to me.
Absolutely, Seema. You're absolutely right. Yes, Ravi, would you like to share something?
Yes,
So
it's
what
very
made me
true.
join the what made me join the call is what popped into my mind is that my counterpart used to use this word very often against me, that you are a narcissist. And
Okay.
I could only associate this word with Hitler, being from an army background. So I never did any research on this word, but today I thought, let me know about it. What is a narcissist is all about, and why she chose this particular word for me. So that was the reason behind joining this call.
Okay, that's good. So welcome, Ravi, to the call. So before I start the call and talk about the topic, let me tell you, there is a little bit of narcissist in each one of us. There is a little bit of narcissism in each one of us. However, if that goes to the extreme ends, that's where the problem is. That's where relationships start breaking, and people get into so many problems, right? So let me quickly share a story. Do you all like stories? Yeah. Somebody say yes. Do you all like stories?
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah. So there was this scorpion who sat on the shores of a river one day, needing to get to the other side, but the river was too wide and there was not enough stones to jump across and all. So he begged various birds, and geese and so many other birds if he could catch a ride, but they pragmatically turned him down, knowing too well that this creature scorpion is cunning and it stings, right? So he caught sight of a lovely swan making her way down the river and charmingly pleaded to her attributes. Please, beautiful swan, take me across the river. I couldn't imagine harming something as beautiful as you, and it is not in my interest to do so. I simply want to get to the other side of the river. So the swan actually hesitated, but the scorpion was so charming and convincing. He was close enough to sting her right now, and yet he did not do it. What could go wrong? The trip across the river would take only a few minutes. She agreed to help him. As they traversed the river, the scorpion expressed his gratitude. Wow. Yes, Scorpion expressed his gratitude and continued to offer his compliments about her loveliness, kindness, how beautiful the swan looked, compared to all other negligent river birds, which did not, give him the ride. So as they arrived at the other river bank, he prepared to jump off the scorpion. And right before he jumped off her back, he lifted his tail and stung her. Crying and injured, the swan couldn't understand why he would done this. So after all those promises and the flattery and those logical explanations, and the swan asked with a lot of pain, "Why did you sting me?" she asked. He looked at her. The scorpion looked at her from the riverbank and said, "I am Scorpion. It's who I am. That's my character." Now, why did I share the story with you? Because in this haunting parable about the scorpion, which has made more insight than the average narcissist, at least owning up to the fact that he is what he is. Those who become involved with human narcissists should be so lucky as to have self aware narcissistic partners who know that their bad behavior is simply who they are. Unfortunately, narcissists, unlike the scorpion, are masterful at blaming other people for the discontent. In essence, the scorpion would blame the swan. Look at this thing, this is very a tricky answer. In essence, the scorpion would blame the swan for agreeing to take him across the river. After all, she could always have said no. तुम मना कर सकते थे ना? You know that I'm a scorpion. So, well, you might be dating or living with a narcissist. And what are the traits? So these are few signs. Maybe you might want to. When I start talking about the traits of the narcissist, what would you think? अरे मैं तो वो इंसान को जानता हूँ. अरे I know that person. That person lives with me. Or it's my boss, or it's my colleague, it's my friend. You will definitely get this in your mind. Or you could also get, oh my God, I have these qualities, I have these traits. Okay, so narcissistic behavior is an incredibly confusing and destabilizing form of emotional trauma for the person on the other end of the relationship. Those who are victim to it, victim ko kya hota hai? The victim to it report feelings of helplessness, hopelessness, confusion, self-doubt, anxiety, depression, and even the symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorders. What worse, many of these sufferers don't realize that this poor treatment by a narcissistic partner or a family member, when I say partner, it could be anybody. Okay? It need not be your spouse. As I said, it could be a boss, it could be anybody who's in your life, it could be even your friend or family member, is at the core of these debilitating symptoms. Now you might ask, what defines someone to be narcissist? Ravi was telling Kumar, somebody who keeps calling me saying I'm a narcissist. So let me tell you what defines someone to be a narcissist. A person who lacks empathy, who is really entitled, meaning, let's say they expect special treatment to be given to them, but nobody else. They are very grandiose. Grandiose matlab kya? Everything, they want everything to be shiny, nice, beautiful, big hotels, nice shoes, beautiful dress, big cars, right? They harbor huge fantasies, friends. And they only want to affiliate with people they think they are cool or interesting as they are. And these people who are narcissists are very superficial. They're very concerned about their appearance and the appearance of people around them. They are this beautiful facades with not a lot behind them. They don't regulate their emotions very well. They're prone to tantrums. So when I'm talking about all these traits, just recollect or think, is there anybody in your life like that? Or is it you yourself? Getting angry very quickly, especially if they don't get their way. They can be hypersensitive to criticism. And these are few, when it comes to criticism, because friends, the reason I'm sharing with you is, yes, Hima, I will come to you, is I have been through a narcissistic relationship. And luckily, she's not my partner though, or my wife or something like that. It was just a friend. And every time she's always criticizing others, and when somebody points out or gives a feedback to the person, they cannot take it. So these are just few qualities, few traits which I wanted to share about a narcissist. And they are very jealous. They are very jealous people. They really doubt your own reality, leaving you feeling like you are gone crazy. So yes, Hima, go ahead. What's your question?
So Kumar, you said that each one of us may have some qualities of narcissist. Maybe we can also be narcissists. We don't realize that. So when you're saying that maybe we have few qualities like narcissist, or maybe we are thinking. So how a person can actually be like very sure about it that this is just a
As I said,
effect of being with a narcissist partner, or I've started thinking like that, or how to actually know that? I mean, is there a levels of being like completely narcissist? There is a level that you can be partial narcissist. Is it like that? How it works? Like,
that's a good question, Seema. Let's say uh, a narcissist. I'll just give you one example. A narcissist wants everything to be done according to their will and wishes. Every little thing. When I say every little thing, they want their house to be spick and span, clean, things to be at place, and uh, people should listen to what they're saying and everything. So, to what extent these qualities are existing in each one of us is very important. In narcissist, it's extreme. It's extreme. I mean, if somebody do not listen to them, or if things are not going their way, they get into rage. They get frustrated. They're angry. They shout.
yeah.
Now you,
So
so you, yeah.
my ex was like that,
I think,
and I know somebody in present also. So I can understand that what exactly is narcissist now by your
Yeah.
beautiful statements that you're trying to explain us. So it's actually very scary because they have only a coin which has only one side, that is their side.
Mhm. Mhm.
So you go through your self doubt. I think I would like to know in the by the end of the session from you, is wrong to interrupt right now to you, but still I'm putting a question, maybe I'll forget. Is that I would like to know how a person can heal after going through a narcissist relationship, because it leaves so much of residue on you in your life. It imprints you in a way that I think you have to rebirth yourself in a way that and you start believing that no more those imprints are there, and this is me. Because the biggest sign of going through a narcissist relationship, I feel, is this, that you cannot think straight. You're always confused. You're always thinking, am I doing the right thing? Am I taking a right stand? Because being with them, you don't exist. Your identity is totally gone. So when you come out of it, it's the biggest residue I feel is this on my life is this. I still feel that, oh, means I feel I've become so codependent. Um, I don't know if I'm making sense.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, Seema, and hope we get the answer at the end of the call today. And I'm sure I will be sharing that as well. Somebody who's living with a narcissist will lose all their self-esteem. They start doubting themselves. It feels like, am I going crazy? You would ask this question because narcissists don't tend to be very loyal. Too many temper tantrums, and they get pleasure out of misery of other people. They kind of very mean people. They want bad things to happen to others. Maybe unconsciously they are doing that. They don't know that they are narcissists. And I heard one of the expert who deals with narcissism, narcissistic people. She has been asked a question: how about if somebody knows they themselves are narcissists? What would they do about it? Let me tell you. Just being aware of it, they might control these traits to a little extent. But something triggers to them, something, somebody, someone, something, somewhere makes them angry, did not go their way, they're back to their narcissism. Even if they admit, even if they admit that they are narcissists, the question was, even if they admit that they are narcissists, will their relationship last or will it blossom? You know what was the answer of the expert? Even those kind of relationships will never succeed. Never succeed. And these kind of narcissistic people will feel very empty inside, and that emptiness is very difficult thing to fill by others. you know what? The most dangerous or the saddest thing is the person who is in relationship with narcissist will always feel unheard, will always feel unheard. कि मेरी बात सुनते ही नहीं है, because narcissist doesn't care. They care only about their feelings, their emotions, their things. As you rightly said in the beginning of the call, these few traits. So the next question probably would be, what creates someone to be narcissist? What makes somebody a narcissist? Narcissists are not born; they are made. They are made. They are not born. It's a byproduct of parenting. It's a byproduct of simultaneously overindulging or underindulging with a child. हर बात को आप उनको अवार्ड दे रहे हो. Oh, you done a great job. Oh, you attended the class today without missing. Oh, chalo, let's go for a party today. Overindulging, giving too many appreciations to the child. Entitlement लगता है उनको. They feel entitled. Constantly giving them credits for any damn achievements, whether it is small, big, or anything. And I said narcissists are made. How? Because if their parents are not living with them and they put their child probably in a boarding school or maybe at their relatives' place from their childhood, and they miss those parents and all. That's how these people get created. They are not born. And when parents don't get to listen to their feelings, they just don't listen to their feelings, as if they don't care. And neither parent is available. When if somebody is a parent, being present, listening, doing that heavy lifting for the child, which is I think is the most boring part of parenting. That's how you can prevent narcissism in child, or else the child will be like that. And as I said, once a narcissist will always be a narcissist. And I'll come back to the answer for sure. Whatever you asked. Anyone wants to share anything now? After listening to me so far, would you like to share your own experiences, maybe out of your life, and what did you do about it? I would love to listen. Yes, Ravi, go ahead.
Yeah, so one of the attribute which I would like to add is, I see them as very overpowering. They want to control you, in and out,
Yes.
top to bottom. And second persona which they have in their character is that they want you, yeah, I'm like they want them to be accepted the way they are. That's one of the very very frequent excuse they're born with, or they're in times to their development of becoming a narcissist. They become that way, that we accept you the way you are, so that we should be accepted the way we are. uh, any comment upon that?
You're absolutely right, Ravi. You're absolutely right. They want all the power with them. They want to control. They are control freaks. You're absolutely right. The reason of this call was to make you understand what are the traits, how one becomes narcissist. Are we one of them? How many qualities or traits that we have, or those kind of things, just to be aware so that you know that it has to be corrected, right? So, yes, Sima, go ahead.
So, I was brought up in a family where, in a childhood, I couldn't understand. So I've seen now when I'm 40 years old and I look back in my life, now I maybe understand and may be able to explain it to you. But when early in the childhood, I couldn't understand what narcissism is. So my brother was a narcissist, and you're very well addressed, Kumar, that narcissism doesn't come from like outside. It's given by the parents. So I was not able to for a very long time. There used to be a lot of clashes. So I was not able to cope with whatever he wanted me to blindly do it. Lot of dominance over my life. So I used to feel very suffocated, and because of these so-called confusions in my life, I took a wrong turn of getting married to a narcissist. So from a narcissist to another narcissist, and so when I got married, it was only about him. So every time I used to get hit, shouted, abused, I used to feel, and I used to ask him, what did I do? So if somebody complimented me in a family dinner, so he will hit me because he didn't like it. So he kept me in control. So any neighbor is talking to me. So slowly, gradually, means in first few months I couldn't understand what is happening because it was too much to handle. But I could understand a partial part of it because I've seen it in my brother. But it was like on a very different level of narcissism in my marriage. So the hitting was there. So 13 damn years I struggled with my identity. I was forced to have abortions because he doesn't want a kid. I was forced to have a sex. I was forced to leave my job. In fact, just so I think they really make you like a victim who is cut off from the entire world so that they can take control over you. And it's only about them. And you are like living on an eggshells with around them because anything and everything, you don't know what mood they are sitting. So 2 days he's happy, he will over love you, take care of you, and you feel hopeful. And the third day, it's something that you have not even done, and he's just like uh, mad, angry. So for all the frustrations, I was the bait. And so it started happening so much, so much. But I stood uh, when it went from just from the abuse, physical abuse, because my family was not supportive, and I think I took a long time to stand by for my own self, which I feel regretful about. So when I came out of that marriage, for a long 3 years, I never dated anybody because I used to feel so lost. The biggest problem that I used to suffer was making a decision because I used to feel कि मैं तो कुछ कर ही नहीं सकती. I lost my self-confidence. I lost my self-esteem from a corporate employer as a manager and from nothing. It's still there because on off I'm like fighting with it now because of being the part of a conscious relationships. Look, it's helping me. I'll be very honest. It's not like I'm buttering you, but it's an honest thing that I want to tell you is this. After going through a clarification call, not many things were getting clear to me. So for my own self, what I can do the max is this. I attracted another narcissist, which looked very charming, very nice in the beginning, but for a very too long, he was not happy with me in the sense he had a control. So he was little modified version of my ex-husband. So he looked very charming, very caring. But whenever I had anything doubt, whenever I raised a question, it was not heard. So I was feeling very suffocated because yes, exactly, you are not seen, you are not heard. So that was very suffocating place to be. And I still remember the question that I was asking him was about another woman. When we are in a relationship, why? So when I asked, he didn't like the acquisition and he went on. And I've seen his some side, which I've not seen it. So thankfully, I'm grateful to God that this time I have drawn a line. Enough is enough. Even if I have to stay alone for the rest of my life, I'm not going to go back to this guy. Even if he comes to ask for forgiveness, I am not going to because what is wrong is wrong. When I am not wrong, why are you accusing me? So they don't want to see what they are doing to the other person. So yeah, this is what I think is all about narcissism. It's like I would really love to heal from it because I've lost my self-confidence. I think in a day-to-day life also, sometimes there are decisions. I was so quick and so good in decision makings. Now I lack because 13 years का और प्लस ये अब 1 साल का और ऐड हो गया, तो आई थिंक 14 years का वो मुझे हीलिंग करके ही I don't know what to say, Kumar. I really don't know what to say. This is what has happened to me.
I completely agree with whatever you said, Seema, because I experienced it too. I was with a narcissist woman, and oh my God, she exactly had all the traits that you just mentioned about your ex-husband. All the same things. The only difference I would say is I did not marry her, and it was just a 9 months relationship between us. We were just friends, and I could easily get out of it and understand what am I getting into, what is happening to me. And you're absolutely right. The person who's living with the narcissist, if you're a partner, you lose your self-confidence, you start doubting yourself, and you feel, as I said, you feel you are wrong and he is right. They'll make you feel that. That happens. And many times this narcissist is misunderstood as self-confidence. They think it's self-confidence. There is a difference, and it is a critical distinction. Self-confidence is trust in your abilities and your personal characteristics and your insight and judgment. Self-confidence is bred through consistent presence in loving and supportive environments. So validating experiences and successes. That's real self-confidence, right? But these narcissists are empty from inside, and they want validation. And the people, there are so many types of, there are few main types of narcissists as well. I don't know if we would have time to discuss all that, but one of the types is somebody. Uh, have you seen some people? They give these biscuits to the dogs on the road. They feed poor people, and they post on Facebook here and there, and they say, "Hey, see, today I'm doing this." You know. So why do they do that? Until because they want appreciation, they want recognition, they want people to see them what they do. So there are various, and one of the most dangerous is malignant narcissist, which you just mentioned about your ex-husband. Every trait of a grandiose narcissist will be there in malignant narcissist. In addition to that, these type of people are very, very mean. They're really mean people. They do mean things. It's like almost psychopathic. They do bad things, cheat on partners, they steal, they lie, and experts say that they can actually make great criminals. So that's about malignant. Uh, and somebody raised their hand. Who's that? You can just talk. Unmute yourself and you can talk. Seema,
Yes,
yes, Seema.
Kunal. So
Yes, Nitish. Yes, Nitish.
I was concerned of one particular word which you said, and that was validation. So what kind of validation they seek? I mean, and why is that necessary for them?
Very good question. As I said, narcissists are not born, they are made. When I said they're made, maybe in their childhood, there was no proper love given by parents or anybody around. And they seek that validation. Maya chaun. They want that validation from the world. Look at me. I'm doing such a great things. They want that validation from others. That's why the social media has creeped into people's veins like anything. Those likes, hearts, and comments made these people even more wanting for those things. That is called validation. They did not get it when they were child. They were not appreciated. They were not recognized. So that's the reason. Did you get the
Okay.
answer, Nitish?
Yes. External validation. You are saying that
External validation.
they,
They need
they
external validation.
focused on. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Hi.
And yeah. Hi. Is it
Can
Neelu?
I? Yes,
Okay.
yes. Can I ask?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So
Neelu.
I
Go ahead.
just want to know, is this a hereditary trait, or it's just like कि in this मतलब just he or she whatever um, is suffering from this trait, maybe their parents or grandparents, it is like generation to generation passing also.
Very good question, Nidhi. Very good question. Yes, this happens when a child is looking at their narcissistic parents or the behavior that the parents are displaying. For example, let's say a child is going along with the parents to a restaurant and one of the parent is actually shouting at the waiter, how much time do you want us to wait in the queue? Can't you give us the table? It's how those parents treated those drivers, waiters, those other people, uh, because they wanted to feel, they wanted that entitlement. They think that they should be treated well. And imagine, Nilu, if a child is observing all that, a parent is doing, they would also cultivate those kind of traits in them. And one of the strangest or some very bad thing which I would see is people who are in relationship with a narcissist will always feel that they are not enough. They feel this, that they are not enough, because if they were enough, they will think he will be present, he would love me, he wouldn't cheat on me, so on and so forth. It's not about you. It's they who cannot regulate their self-esteem. They are the ones who are insecure. People who are narcissists are insecure. It's totally solely related to insecurity. People who are so insecure, they count on the world for validation. Just to answer your question, they desperately need for validation. That's why they love social media so much. एक selfie खींच लिया और they just wait for those likes, hearts, and comments. That's like mainline validation these days for these people. Hang up a picture and someone likes it. Ah, cocaine. That's like a cocaine for them. And just to answer what Seema was asking, yes, Needu, you want to ask? Yes, Seema. Anybody, unmute yourself.
Yeah, so if
Vipra's
you
hand is up for long. Vipra's
Yeah,
hand is up for
Akarman?
long time.
Yeah,
I'm
Vipra,
saying
I'm sorry.
Vipra's hand is up for long time. Okay, Vipra, go ahead.
Vipra, go ahead. Vipra, go ahead.
Okay, so my situation is slightly different. So recently we had a really big argument uh, in July. So since then, when I started analyzing his behavior and my behavior, I was watching some videos and I was jotting down the characteristics of this guy. And I found, when I was listing them down, I found at least 30% of them in me. Or let's just say, benefit of doubt, let's say 50% characteristics even I had. And then I realized that I am also like that because I was also raised by a narcissist, and my brother also has those traits, so I will also have them. And he was raised by a very strict father, so he also has them. But our behaviors are very different. I am very expressive, he's not expressive. And I am totally out in the front. Whatever I feel, I want to express it with my partner. I'm a very emotional person. I can be happy and sad. But he hides all his emotions behind this fake persona that he has. In his workplace, I think whatever persona he has, whether it's true or false, I don't know, but it works for him. It works for his benefit. And at home, also, he's fake, but it does not work for me at all. And since this recent argument that we had, I have come to realize that he's a compulsive liar, because and I was so much blinded by my emotions that I never realized that he lies so much, that those lies are, he lies on such petty things which are not even important. So I have lost trust in him. So even though we both could be narcissists, but I have lost trust on him. I don't know what to do.
Okay.
And who is
And
better, who is not, I really can't say. But at least I know I'm not fake. And he does not realize that he's fake.
So every person I mean, you said you might have some traits within you of narcissism. It's all about the intensity of that narcissism. How high intensity is it? And you're absolutely right when you said, uh, he seems to be fake at work. He seems to just show off, and I don't know, things work for him. You're absolutely right. For narcissists, whatever they are, all the things work for them. This is the most surprising and painful thing you are listening today, or anybody is listening today. Even if they are grandiose, even if they feel entitled, manipulative, angry, and so much, all things work for them. And you know what? You can diagnose a depression, you can diagnose an anxiety, but you cannot diagnose a jerk. There is no diagnosis for narcissism, narcissistic person. It's a jerk. And let me quickly share a checklist. Maybe by if I have this notes in front of me, I just want to read this checklist and see if you or your people or your family, your friends, relatives have these traits and whom are you connected with. Lack of empathy. Okay, let's first take questions. Sanket, you raised your hand.
Yeah, so I have a query related to what just Vipra said. So
Uh-huh.
living with the narcissist and like surrounded with some of the narcissists, one can also become like that. And like initially, if we are staying or living with the narcissist and we are not aware about the traits, like discussing on the call, so or we read the articles and all, so we came to know the traits, but not knowingly we are just living a routine life, a daily in our family, in our office, in our day-to-day life. One can also be like that, and the symptoms are how do we actually get to know that? Because sometimes what happens is if we are not getting that response from someone or that positive vibes from someone, we also tend to do exactly with them that tit for tat attitude because of the frustrations, because of the expectation we have in the relationship. So is it the possibilities are there?
Very good question, Sanket. Let me tell you one surprising fact. People who are living with narcissists, they get used to the narcissism so much and so much and so much. And the narcissist is so smart, charming in lying and in creating those illusions that kabhi na kabhi to theek hoga ye relationship. Someday it will get better. In that illusion, this person who is living with narcissist will keep delaying their decision and they will keep suffering and they'll get used to it. And that's how, when our friend Seema spoke about her brother, and that's how she attracted the same kind of person in her life, the same traits. Because the people living with narcissists cannot leave the narcissist.
So
They get
basically,
used
there
to
is no cure. So there is no cure. So as you said, by living with them or living with the narcissist for long and getting used to it, one can also
it.
tend to become like that. And there is no
Yes,
cure to it because if two persons become identically same and the attitude and the behavior become same, there is no chance of
there are,
third person getting into it and correcting it, right? Until and unless
yeah,
we go for some kind of a counseling or like the
good
healing
question.
sessions.
First thing is, Sanket, to answer it, you got to be self-aware. You got to see how you're behaving, how are we reacting, what are we doing? Are we really mindful of what we are doing? And the other thing which I'm telling you, you just asked, is there any solution? Yes, there are two solutions which I'll tell you at the end of the call, which Seema is also waiting for. But yes, Sanket, that's the answer. People get used to them because they are so good in lying, in creating those illusions. Hey, they come and tell you this happened because of that. So much lying here and there, and you think, "ठीक है, कभी ना कभी तो ठीक होगा." I think So we wait for that. So as I said, lack of empathy. Just listen to these words: lack of empathy, grandiose. They want everything grand. They just want to show off. बाहरी दुनिया को दिखाना चाहते हैं बस. They want to show off. They are entitled, manipulative. They're angry and rageful, paranoid, jealous of other people's success, jealous of other people's whatever it is. They lack of guilt. They can't say sorry. They know that they have done a mistake, but they can't say sorry. They cannot apologize. They need constant admiration and validation. And lying we already talked about. And everything is a show off. Projection, greedy. They're emotionally very cold people, right? So and these kind of people never take responsibility. They throw, and remember this. It happened with me. That's why I'm saying it. I heard my that girl with whom I was in a relationship with. She was a narcissist, and when she said some nasty words, used some nasty things, after a couple of days, after next day, if I asked her, you said this, she said, "मैंने कब कहा था?" When did I say that?
So true, so true.
And you get so mad that you know what you would feel. काश मैं अपना conversation record करके तुम्हें सुना सकता.
I so agree with you. So agree.
I wish I could record
Yes.
when your relationship has reached to a stage that you had to record your conversation.
Yes.
And उनको सुनाना है. It's better that you don't have the relationship.
Yeah, I've started recording actually. It is so painful to go through it after every conversation to prove yourself. It is very painful.
And this is very controlling, unpredictable, and they take advantage of others on a regular basis, and your heart will keep breaking on daily basis. Am I making sense? It's like we get used to it. Kuch hota hai, and there is an illusion again. Okay, everything will be all right. I think next day it will be nice, sweet, huggy, kissy, and all that stuff. But no. And there are people who are living in this kind of relationships from decades.
So the latest movie, Darlings, is all about that only. That is how it looks like. That's actually
I'm sorry?
the reality. There is a movie, Darlings.
Very.
That's exactly how it looks like. That's exactly a narcissist, specifically the people who hit and all. And there is another thing about them is victimhood. So if you are trying to tell the narcissist that you are wrong here, immediately either the tantrum will come, or they will be like you said that you have to record, or they'll just forget it. So they're very forgetful about what they do to others. But whatever you said, or anytime you would have said it, they register it. I mean, their minds are really sharp. So minor things, it's actually like you're not only walking on eggshells, but it's like कब तुम्हारी सांस कोई बंद कर देगा पता नहीं. So you're like always in a extreme stress and extreme anxiety, because it's so difficult to survive with them. Only it's difficult. It's very difficult.
Absolutely, Seema. You're absolutely right. And I think Darlings is one of the best examples. Everybody should watch that movie. It's on Netflix. Just so that you
this
know what
movie was so relatable. When I saw it, it was like each and every point was so relatable.
Yeah, it is. And Seema, you were saying that you cannot live with them, right? I mean, it just becomes very tough and hard. Let me tell you, narcissists do not like to be alone. Did you notice that? Did you guys notice they don't want to be alone? They want people to be around. They have poor boundaries, and they just they don't listen to your queries, your problems, your challenges. If you want to share something with them,
it's only about them.
Correct. It's only about them. It's only about them.
Yeah, so this recent guy is also, like you're saying, so if I see this person from a distance now, I can see two people, because now I can make a difference between the things that he says in person and he has a face to show to his community, and it is so appreciative, and it is so like a must, even if I go and tell somebody, somebody will maybe just laugh at me and say, what, you're talking about this guy, he's so good, so helpful, so this that. But I know him from the core level, and I was like, good that I could escape from the second one, because another one I don't want to get into it for the same long 13 years I've been. So I will take it as an experience, but wherever I feel that it is crossing my boundary, like I said, it's better to be alone than to be in a wrong relationship. So अगर आप relationship में किसी narcissist के साथ आ भी गए हो, तो I think आप वहां से भाग भी सकते हो. पहला मौका मिलता ही भाग लेना चाहिए.
Yeah, somebody raised. Vipra, did you raise your hand? I'm on the phone. So
Yes,
yeah.
I
Vipra.
am so surprised to hear Seema. I thought it was a special case in my scenario. This guy is loved and liked by everybody around me. People love him,
Hmm.
adore him. He's getting rewards for having the best personality.
They get promotions quickly also. They're very charming, good looking, attractive.
His like his friends and juniors call him, ये person तो भगवान है. क्या मुझसे पूछो यार घर में मेरी क्या हालत है? And because of that, I cannot go and even complain and say anything, because people will say, this is the woman who is unhappy. ये तो बंदा बहुत अच्छा है. मैं किसी को कुछ बोल ही नहीं सकती यहाँ पे अपने आसपास. I cannot even inform people what I'm going through, because they will not believe me. And I think there's one special scenario with this guy. He has a very good rapport with juniors. And with seniors, this guy will keep fighting and arguing. तो अथॉरिटी से इसकी पटती नहीं है, और जूनियर्स चाहे वो साथ के हों या नौकर चाकर हों, दे लव हिम एंड अडोर हिम. सो मुझे ऐसा लगता है इस नार्सिसिस्ट की एक और क्वालिटी होती है कि वीकर को अपने और वीक बना के अपने अंदर दबा के रखो. I mean, do you think this is true? And maybe that's why they want so much power on the spouse कि बस दब के रहे मेरे नीचे.
Yes, Vipra. क्योंकि narcissists होते ही वैसे हैं. They are good looking, they're charming, they're attractive, and people get attracted to their success or whatever they show off. Grandiose जो करते हैं ना, उससे attract हो जाते हैं लोग. And there's this another most important thing which I want to share with you today is there's something called gaslighting, which is a form of emotional abuse. I think we already spoke about it. When a person is denying a person's experience and making those statements like that never happened, or मैंने तो वो मतलब से कहा ही नहीं था, you're too sensitive for this, or why are you so sad? I mean, this is not a big deal, right? These are some traits which is called gaslighting, which is done by narcissists, and they will want everything to be done the way they want it. And that's how they are. And as we are close to Arvind, have you raised your hand? Yeah, go ahead.
After listening this, and I resonate with Ma'am Seema totally, but luckily I have not entered into another relationship. I'm single, having 2 kids, surviving, earning and all, but I have a narcissist brother. My husband was narcissist, and everything what I get is now my question is there any remedy? Like what I have started doing is I have I have started hearing but not listening to the narcissist brother. Second thing is I don't want, but I want a remedy that this narcissism, this character should not go like I have read whole of the chat in our group, like it is a linkage and all. I don't want that thing happen with my sons. For that, I really want a help and a remedy. What should I do that they should not adopt those characters? Right now, I don't see those things in them. Whereas I felt sometimes a guilt as a guilty mother, because being working, I may not be a present every time. Like sometimes my kids, they eat bread. I didn't cook because I came home late and they are hungry. It's if I cook at 6 a.m., so it's not easy to eat that food at 4 p.m. at home. So that guilt conscious, if I'm coming out of that guilt conscious, but I don't, you know, I feel suffocated. Like, still, I don't feel that I'm out of that narcissism and that all aura. Even one of my friend, the way Mr. Kumar was saying, same I have gone through recently, and even he started, he know each and everything where I go, because he took me as a in a trap like a spider. And when I realized, he was so mean, and he used to, it is every time, like if somewhere it has to be gone, like it's about him. I want to go there, I want to go there, this and that, but then it's never me, it's never about me. But he pampered me a lot. I thought that I must try trusting people, but still the same thing happens. Now I am at that breakup level that I feel so much suffocated that I feel like ending myself. But I don't want my kids to suffer. Now I want to know some remedy should be there, like which I can use to make my sons the good citizens, not that victim of that past which I have experienced. Or maybe I don't want anything to pass to them. What should I do to get rid of all these things? Because I can't run away from my family where I already living with that atmosphere, but I can make them study outside India somewhere. But it's not easy right now. They are not that young that I can send them for study so that they can get settled. What should I do? I feel suffocated and stuck.
This was the exact question which I had when I was going through a relationship with narcissist, and I was
You
facing
know
all that.
that,
That you that yeah,
sorry,
go on.
that
Yeah,
person
go ahead.
tried to blackmail me, that he will tell my brother that I am into, it was not a relation, it was just a friendship, just a vomiting out things. And in that fate I vomit out my anxiety, everything, my day to day routine. And then at the back, he was having one of his IPS officer sister. He tried to put pressure on me, like he will file a case against me, but without any, fake cases. In India it is very common. Case dal do, agla aata rahe. Same I have suffered from my husband. Like, I own a car, he put a case on me, I suffered. Then he charged with the custody of my sons. Even when the court asked him, he didn't want the custody. He just want to meet them or to spoil them. He started doing it. Then later on, I got all the evidences, and again the court order was in my favor because I was only earning. He used he. I don't get what type of person they are. They survive very well. They have a good image in my relatives. Even if I say, when I told my parents, even they said, why you didn't tell, why you keep on suffering for 10 years, and we never find any trait like this. But out of the love, I have given him whole my salary, I have given him all my gold, just to save my marriage. But when it was all done, I have seen him with some other women also. And when I obviously some reaction comes out from my side also, that when I say that I'll also have some friends, because I am beautiful woman. Even I get some of the, right now recently I got many opportunities for that, as being an influencer or from some short movies in my area. They are being made to motivate people. But I did not, now I am lost, it's not that Arvind which I used to be, Jhansi ki Rani type. But now I'm all lost. Still, I'm learning. After 4 years of that relation, legally separation, now I have tried learning that yes, Arvind is alive. Arvind is something. Now I do meditation. But still, I find there's a broken Arvind inside. I want to take that Arvind outside. I want to throw that Arvind out, and I want to be that talkative and chirpy Arvind. What should I do?
Okay. Before thanks, Evan. Thanks for sharing about yourself and your life. Before I tell you what should be done, you said you've been through all this, and may I ask what are those significant things that you actually learned from this relationship?
It was like everything was involved, the hitting, adultery
What did you learn?
from.
My question was, what was your learning?
I
What
was,
did you learn?
I was raped daily without my wish. And as I was working that time, also, I used to give them my whole salary. And when I came home after finishing everything and all kitchen work and everything, even washing his laundry and everything, being educated, even, I was looking at me being educated, I'm doing all such things. It's no harm in doing that because I was very homely at heart. And but he used to hit me. He used to rape me, and then I have to left my job because of those scars when they are visible on my face and on my body, and when I'm unable to walk and all. And hitting was a daily routine, and his drinking habit. And then he shifted on that drugs type. It's what they take, husk and all. So they started selling my gold, they started selling my things. So when I was all zero at zero, and they throw my things outside, and then that time I told my parents. And my brother came to fetch me with my kids. And that time I was realizing, if somebody kidnap me or my kids, we are on the road, where we will go? Then there was no option. But it's last 6 years, like 4 years for legal separation, and last 2 years added, I have been living there with my parents. But the thing is, it's not now a sexual abuse, but it's a mental abuse now.
Right. Right. I hear you. Yeah. And Seema was also asking. Yeah, Seema, you raised your hand.
So I think I would like to maybe go through with an example of darlings if somebody has seen or not seen. So
I have
in
not seen, but today
okay.
I will see because tomorrow is holiday. Definitely, I can see today.
So in the crux, I would say that the abuse, whether it's the first time, whether it's the second time, for standing for your right, for standing where you feel this is wrong for you, when you feel this is right, stand. And the learning is this: don't be afraid what people will say, what society will say, what the parents will say, what the friends will say. Many a times, most of our women, we go through relation after relation because of some pressure, when we are standing and thinking, oh, I'll be left alone. It's okay to be left alone than to be getting abused every day. And so, you're not living. A relationship should be for happiness, not for abuse. So never take an abuse. For my learnings are: one is, in any relationship, please don't leave your self-worth. When I say self-worth, so do things which keeps you worthy in your own eyes, so that if sometimes some relationship doesn't work and the person goes away, you don't come falling down. When you are like there, like in your confidence, in your self-worth, you know you will be able to survive. We are surviving right now also, but that's like a push survive,
Yes.
because there is, अब इसके बाद तो we are, इसके बाद तो खत्म ही हो जाते हैं, या तो शादी में खत्म हो जाते हैं या खुद को किल कर लेते हैं. But that's not self-worth. Self-worth is respecting yourself, standing for your self-respect all the time. And teach kids also, and not be being afraid कि ये डीएनए में है. वो हीलिंग का पार्ट है, ठीक है, but practically जो सीख रहे हैं वो हम अपने बच्चों को डेफिनेटली नहीं सिखाएंगे. And I think the biggest thing that one should learn is that it's a big winning thing for you to coming out of a relationship like that. For me, I feel that bad. I still suffer from my narcissist brother but I've developed that muscle. I think Vipra was saying, or somebody else was saying, that now she listens. She doesn't listen, but she hears. So my brother still, in the present moment also, in any parties or anything, I'm not seen in the party as a family member. I'm just like any other person. Rest of the family will be having photographs. So I myself has to make an effort to be a part of that family. Either I'll come back and cry for rest of the few days, or I develop my healthy boundaries. And my healthy boundaries is, if I don't feel respected any place, whether it's my family, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to go and fight with them for everything. What I'm trying to say, we all know what is self-respect. So if anywhere you're thinking that person is not understanding, maybe politely you can tell them. Give them enough chances to make them understand what you're saying. because that's your family. But then at the same time, back off and maintain your self-respect and dignity. It's very important. I learned very late. I kept. I think I would have not gone through abuse. I would have not gone through abortions. Anything you name it. Like we all females must be on the same page. Even men also. Kumar has himself gone through a bullshit relationship and not seen and heard. So when we're talking about relationship, biggest thing that I learned is this: relationship is about two people, not one person. It is a give and take thing. It is not only receiving, it's not only giving. So balance has to be there, and always respect yourself and the other also. Um, just not blindly, just like getting abused and thinking, oh, mera to kuch ho nahi sakta. So women are going through so much, men are going through so much. Um, I think biggest thing I have learned is this: take a pause and heal yourself from the things, and then maybe decide that you need a relationship or not. For मेरे लिए मेरी abusive और ये next आदमी ने thankfully सिखा दिया कि no, it's not necessary कि मुझे relationship चाहिए, मुझे अभी अपनी healing चाहिए और मुझे अपने patterns दिख रहे हैं, अपने family patterns दिख रहे हैं, तो कितना सारा काम करने के लिए है. So I feel fortunate कि मुझे ये सारा काम करने को मिल रहा है. So मेरी learning बस इतनी है कि अपना self worth और सेल्फ रिस्पेक्ट नहीं छोड़नी चाहिए. वो सेल्फ रिस्पेक्ट और सेल्फ वर्थ क्या है, वो एक जना खुद ही डिफाइन कर सकता है. हर किसी के लिए अपनी लाइफ में अलग होगी. मेरे लिए मेरी सेल्फ रिस्पेक्ट शायद वो थी जब फर्स्ट टाइम मैंने अबॉर्शन किया, या फर्स्ट टाइम मेरे को हनीमून पे जब ही हिटेड मी एंड वापस आके मुझे आई शुड हैव स्टैंड फॉर इट कि बस नहीं, आई विल नॉट. बट मैं उधर आई लेट इट लूज, आई लेट अदर्स डिसाइड. सो आई नो नार्सिसिस्ट के
I
बहुत
think
सारी चीजें हैं.
this is the problem. I think मेरे साथ भी ऐसा ही हुआ था. Like whenever we go to some shopkeeper to buy something and the persons they are into a habit of कि मैम आपका रंग गोरा है, आपके तो ये चीज जचेगी, बहुत जचेगी, it will suit you, and घर आके I get slaps because he don't want to listen any good thing about me from others. It is about him only, and whenever he's drinking, it is about him only. He should be served everywhere. His friends should be served, but in front of my friends, like he used to abuse me. When I'm late from the job, he used to call one of my colleague, why she has not returned, and he hit me hard, and he make me locked inside the room. All these things have happened. Now I realized, even when he has first time slapped me in the market, and was having, that red chuda in my hand. That was the time when I have to stand. But I didn't, just because I was madly in love with him, or I was in trap. I don't know. Now I can
So,
say I
so,
was entrapped.
so
It was
maybe
not love.
I
It
want
was
to
not
interrupt
love.
you. I want to interrupt you in between. Sorry, is that? So maybe for each one of us, if we are having this topic, again, the thing that goes to square one or whatever end we will do, it's actually we are the ones who are attracting such things.
Yes,
Whether we
yes,
have, whether we had a brother, whether it's a husband. But now it's time for healing because we cannot afford to have again same people. So something inside is lacking. So I think अकर्मा का वो जो बार बार स्टेटमेंट आता है ना हमारे ग्रुप में, जो many people read it and maybe I don't know how many are following it, but one single step regarding your attachment style. So maybe
yes,
we also somewhere we felt ना इतना long time कि ठीक है ये ठीक हो जाएगा. तो अटैचमेंट स्टाइल से बहुत कुछ पता चलता है कि मैं एक ऐसे बेकार टॉक्सिक आदमी के साथ क्यों ही रहना चाहती हूँ. मुझे ऐसा क्या मिलता है, मुझे मेरे
yes,
मेरे में ऐसी क्या प्रॉब्लम है, या मैंने क्या चीज अपनी लाइफ में बचपन में अट्रैक्ट मतलब लैक करा पेरेंट्स से. सो इट्स ऑल अबाउट यू एंड मी.
yes,
तो
yes.
अरविंद, healing has to be done
True.
for us. तो
That's why I
अब यहाँ
want a
से क्या
solution
हुआ,
for this.
हाँ तो
How
अब
to
यहाँ
step
से क्या
by
हुआ
step.
उसका कुछ नहीं कर सकते, वो चला गया है. अब यहाँ से क्या होगा वो
Yes,
हमारी चॉइस है. So I
yes.
think Kumar wants to tell us the remedies.
Yes, I am waiting for the remedies because I'm so filled up. Even today, after writing in the group, I was feeling bit relaxed. So I have started writing my traumas, and also that I can let go everything, because there are so many good things in my life, in me itself. I am so talented, but I have lost all talent, all confidence because of that. Even you won't believe, I was unable to buy a single hanky on my own. I was so traumatized, and I was not allowed to do.
I
I was
really
not I was not allowed to choose even for me. Can you believe? It was his choice. Even my inner garments was his choice. So I want to get rid of all those things, and I want to go move on.
Yes, yes, Arvind. Thanks, Arvind. Thanks, Seema, for sharing this. And you're absolutely right. I mean, the one thing that we got to keep thinking is, why are we attracting those kind of people in the first place? And I remember one of my conversations with Akarma long back, as about these kind of people and about my situation and all. He just asked one question. Can you ask Kumar? Can you ask one question to yourself? What is that I'm learning from this situation? I repeat, what is that I'm learning from this situation? Ask yourself. And as Seema rightly said, you got to heal yourself, because only healed person can attract a healed person. Unhealed person will only attract unhealed people. Is it making sense? We attract what we are. Okay. So yes, whatever you have shared is absolutely valid, and that's where these narcissistic personalities can feel like very confusing, for the people who are living with them. And laughingly, I would say it would be much easier if they were like cruel 24/7. Why they are successful at work? Why do they get promotions? Why their subordinates are liking them? Why everybody is praising them? I just wish they could be cruel 24/7, but they are not. Those kind connected moments play with our heads. Those kind, lovey-dovey talks. Those moments will play in our heads and awaken us to the possibility of redemption. The good moments, why we are in this relationships is because the good moments keep us in the game. The bad moments leave us questioning ourselves, doubting our own abilities. Our self-esteem goes down. We just give up on everything. We doubt our own abilities. And the roller coaster between redemption and disappointment is infinite in relationships with these kind of people.
So
And I'm
can
sure,
I
he extended the call.
can I say something?
Yes, Akarna.
Yes. Okay. So I was listening to the whole conversation and coming to Arvind's. Am I audible properly?
You are, Akarna.
yes,
You are.
you are.
Okay. Okay. So what Arvind is asking, what is the way forward? So I have few things that I can tell you on this. You want to see. First thing, as Kumar was saying, that all these situations, all these people that come to our life, they are there to teach us something. So the first and foremost question to ask is, what is this setup trying to teach me? Now, just listen to this question and don't answer this. Don't answer it yet, for me or for yourself also, because right now you're not at that point where you can answer this question. But you just keep this question: what is this setup trying to teach me? When we talk about all these traumas and this healing we are talking about, how do we know that we have healed? How do we know that we have reached where we wanted to reach? So first I want to give you that criteria. Then we'll talk about what needs to be done. So you can see that whether you've reached there or not. So lately we have talked about a concept of collateral beauty. That is the word, or that is the phrase I want you to keep in mind, that any drastic situations that happen in our life, all these traumas that happen in our life, if we can see the beautiful side in it, if I can see that I have gained more than what I have lost, then your healing is complete. That is the criteria. Right now, all of us that we are talking on this call feel that we are at loss. We have lost so much. We have given so much. We have lost so much. So right now, even when we don't want to be victimized, we don't want to feel like a victim, still there is a sense or there is an emotion that we've lost a lot in this. whatever it is, physically, emotionally, mentally, financially, there is a lot of loss that is happening. And that is true. I'm not denying that is not there. That's a factual thing. It has happened. So now that is one thing. So keep that. वो तराजू के एक पलड़े पे उसको रहने दो. अब तराजू के दूसरे पलड़े पे क्या डालना है? तराजू के दूसरे पलड़े पे ये डालना है कि what have you gained? So the day you can actually start to figure out that what all you have gained from this, और वो पलड़ा भारी होने लगेगा, that is the day that you have healed. अभी नहीं होगा. अभी ये क्वेश्चन, इसीलिए मैंने बोला कि what is this setup trying to teach me? ये क्वेश्चन का आंसर आप अभी कर नहीं पाओगे, क्योंकि अभी वो हर्ट बहुत ज्यादा है, वो इमोशनल हर्ट, और वो एक फटीग है. इतने दिनों से 10 साल 15 साल से ये झेल रहे तो एक फटीग है, एक इमोशनल फटीग है. तो ये क्वेश्चन का आंसर अभी आप कर नहीं पाओगे. करोगे भी, ट्राई करोगे भी, तो वो गुड क्वालिटी नहीं रहेगी उसकी, तो इसलिए करना भी नहीं. बट ये ध्यान में रखना ये क्वेश्चन, और ये ध्यान में रखना कि मुझको तराजू के दूसरे पलड़े को अब भारी करना है, क्योंकि एक साइड बहुत हो चुकी है ऑलरेडी, वहां पे बहुत कबाड़ा भर चुका है. अब दूसरी साइड को मेरे को भारी करना, तो अब आई हैव टू स्टार्ट लुकिंग कि इसमें से मैंने गेन क्या किया, ये पूरी सिचुएशन मेरे को सिखा के क्या गई, और मैंने यहाँ से क्या क्या गेन किया है. सिखा के ऐसा नहीं है, सिखा के ये गई है कि ये लोग तो ऐसे होते हैं, ये लोग तो ऐसे होते हैं, इनको तो ऐसे बचना है, इनसे बात नहीं करनी है, आई विल ओनली हियर, आई विल नॉट लिसन, ऑल दोज थिंग. ये नहीं सीखना है, ये भी अभी भी हर्ट ही है. तो अभी इस चीज को रहने दो. तो अभी कहाँ पे हमें फोकस करना है कि इस इमोशनल हर्ट को डाइल्यूट करना है, पहले इसको खत्म करना है. तो अब हम जाते हैं हीलिंग की तरफ कि प्रोसेस क्या है और करना क्या है. फर्स्ट एंड फॉरमोस्ट थिंग कि ये सारे लोग जो हमारी लाइफ में आते हैं, ये तो हैं, ये तो बाकी लोगों की लाइफ में, ये तो लोग एग्जिस्ट कर रहे हैं, पर कुछ लोग इनसे सफर कर रहे हैं, कुछ लोग इनसे सफर नहीं कर रहे. तो हम क्यों सफर कर रहे हैं, हमें क्यों ये इतना हिट कर रहे हैं? ठीक है, वो एक लॉजिक नहीं है कि वो मेरा भाई है, या वो मेरे हस्बैंड है, या वो मेरी वाइफ है. दैट्स नॉट एन एक्सक्यूज. दोज रिलेशनशिप्स, द नेम ऑफ दोज रिलेशनशिप्स डजंट मैटर. वो आपके फादर हैं, मदर हैं, आपके बच्चे हैं, आपके हस्बैंड है, वाइफ है, ब्रदर सिस्टर है, डजंट मैटर. लेबल डजंट मैटर. नोबडी हैज द राइट टू मेक यू फील लो. आपकी सेल्फ एस्टीम और सेल्फ रिस्पेक्ट और सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस पे अगर ब्लो हो रहा है, तो नो टाइटल कैन डू दैट. यू आर अलाउइंग इट. तो वो एक्सक्यूज ही छोड़ दो कि ये भाई हैं, या फादर हैं, या मदर हैं, या क्या है, वो एक्सक्यूज ही अभी ड्रॉप कर दो. दैट्स इनवैलिड. सो फर्स्ट यू हैव टू टेक द ओनरशिप कि आपकी खुद की सेल्फ रिस्पेक्ट और सेल्फ एस्टीम आप ही के हाथ में है. सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस, जहाँ पे ब्लो आया, जहाँ पे वो होना शुरू हुआ, वहाँ पे बाउंड्री सेट नहीं की है. तो यू डोंट नो हाउ टू सेट हेल्दी बाउंड्रीज. दैट इज वन थिंग यू डोंट नो. सो यू नीड टू लर्न दैट. दैट इज वन पॉइंट टू नोट. सेकेंड, कि अलाउ ही क्यों किया, ऐसा हुआ ही क्यों, वाई वर दे एबल टू वॉक थ्रू दोज बाउंड्रीज, इज बिकॉज लाइक सीमा सेड, अटैचमेंट स्टाइल. आई कीप टेलिंग यू, I've lost count कि कितनी कॉल्स पे अल्टीमेटली हर कॉल घूम के इसी पॉइंट पे आ जाती है. You pick any calls we have done so far, किसी की भी रिकॉर्डिंग सुनो, लास्ट में हम इसी चीज के ऊपर बात करें कि अल्टीमेटली इट इज अबाउट इनसिक्योर अटैचमेंट स्टाइल. हमें कुछ तो मिलता है, हमें उन लोगों से इंटरेक्ट करके, उनके पास रह के कुछ तो मिलता है. जैसे कुमार का एग्जाम्पल लेता हूँ. कुमार वॉज शेयरिंग हिज स्टोरी. तो when he was contemplating on it, what he arrived at is कि why he was continuously allowing this is because he felt कि he was loved and cared, कि कोई है जो उसको उसकी केयर कर रहा है. तो उसको वो फीलिंग आती थी कि कोई है जो मेरी लव और केयर करता है. नाउ दैट इज व्हाट यू हैव टू आइडेंटिफाई फॉर योरसेल्फ कि ये जूस क्या मिल रहा है आपको, इससे क्यों अलाउ कर रहे हो. तो दैट विल टेल यू कि आपका अटैचमेंट स्टाइल क्या है. इनसिक्योर अटैचमेंट स्टाइल्स विल लीड यू टू दीज काइंड ऑफ रिलेशनशिप्स. तो जब तक वो आइडेंटिफाई नहीं करोगे, जब तक उस चीज को हील नहीं करोगे, बाकी आगे की सारी हीलिंग की बात करते रहो. नो टाइप ऑफ मेडिटेशन, नो टाइप ऑफ नथिंग इज गोइंग टू हेल्प यू. मेडिटेशन में बैठोगे भी तो यही पॉइंट घूमते रहेंगे दिमाग में, कर ही नहीं पाओगे, बैठ ही नहीं पाओगे. और अगर बैठने की कोशिश भी करोगे तो बहुत एफर्ट्स हैं. क्यों? क्योंकि माइंड रेस्ट में नहीं है, माइंड को कुछ और
Yes.
चाहिए, माइंड को कुछ और आंसर चाहिए, और आप वो आंसर देने की बजाय यू आर जस्ट trying to sit in meditation, distracting yourself and all that. So forget about that. It is not going to work. So first, figure these things out for yourself कि आपका attachment style क्या है और उस insecure से secure की तरफ move करना है. उसके लिए already healing journey हमने बना रखी है, तो हमारी तरफ से तो already solution is there. So that is the best I can tell you कि solution is there. You just take the journey and complete it. And that will tell you कि आप क्या कर रहे हो, क्यों कर रहे हो, कैसे कर रहे हो. And it has an element of setting healthy boundaries as well. So this is a process where you need to do these three things. हमारी तरफ से there are three journeys that I highly recommend to most people on this call. One is healing the attachment styles. Second, setting the healthy boundaries. Third, healing the grief. So you've all gone through all these problems and you have not grieved properly. So healing the grief is very important. Healing grief की prerequisite है attachment styles की journey complete करना. So anyway you would have to do that. तो ये 3 journeys करने के बाद आप कहाँ पहुँचते हो ये आप देखो. But I'm very sure कि ये 3 journeys करने के बाद, ये 3 journeys करने के लिए आपको कम से कम नहीं तो 40 to 45 days का time लगेगा. तो do that in the speed that we have given you. So that is there. That is one thing which I will say, complete them. Now just lock yourself and do it. और इसमें कुछ ज़्यादा नहीं है, 30 minutes a day you spend and you do this. But इसमें dedication और commitment के साथ, एक discipline के साथ अब इसको करो. तो ये already available है. All you have to do is just do it. That's it. Second thing, someone was talking about the chakras healing and all that and stuff like that. Now, मैंने ग्रुप में भी मैसेज डाला था, वी आर डूइंग अ रिट्रीट इन मसूरी इन नवंबर. दैट इज ऑल अबाउट क्लेंजिंग, दैट इज ऑल अबाउट वर्किंग ऑन अनाहत, वर्किंग ऑन आज्ञा चक्र, इंट्यूशन, ट्रस्ट एंड लव, कैथारसिस. मैंने उसका डिटेल्स भी डाली थी, अगर वो नहीं देखी है तो वो देख लो. अगर यू कैन कम, द सीट्स आर लिमिटेड, ओनली 10 women, this is a women only retreat, so that's it. Only 10 seats available, and that is for those who want to clean this slate up. तो वो 2 या 2.5 दिन में हम वो क्लीन करेंगे वो स्लेट को. तो वहाँ पे इसी चीज पे ही काम होने वाला है, अनाहत चक्र पे, आज्ञा चक्र पे और कुंडलिनी एनर्जी पे. दैट इज ऑल दैट वी आर गोइंग टू बी डूइंग. तो अगर वो करना है, वो अटेंड करना है, तो उसकी डिटेल्स हैं. आई विल शेयर दैट अगेन इन द ग्रुप. If you guys are interested, then you let us know. Now the registrations are open. It is happening on 25th to 27th of November in Missouri. That is totally appropriate for those people who want to now wipe the slate clean, जिनका बहुत इकट्ठा हो चुका है, बहुत सालों का इकट्ठा हो चुका है. और ये करने के बाद वो जर्नीज में काफी हेल्प होने वाली है, वो जर्नीज करने में हेल्प होने वाली. बिना उसके करे भी जर्नीज में हेल्प हो जाएगी, ऐसी बात नहीं है. आई एम नॉट सेइंग कि वो नहीं कर सकते इसलिए जर्नीज भी मत करना, नहीं. अगर रिट्रीट अटेंड नहीं कर सकते तो जर्नीज को तो कंटिन्यू करो ही. पर अगर रिट्रीट अटेंड कर सकते हो तो इट विल एक्सेलरेट दैट. तो जहाँ इतने दिन से आप रगड़ रगड़ के सब चल रहा है, तो उसको एक्सेलरेट करना है. तो ये सारी ऑप्शंस हम डालते रहते ग्रुप में. इफ यू हैव नॉट सीन इट देन सी दैट. बट दैट इज व्हाट आई वुड से कि work on yourself, work on your attachment style first of all. See what it is that and heal that. एक जर्नी करने से इतनी सारी चीजें आपको क्लियर हो जाने वाली हैं कि कौन क्यों ऐसा क्यों हो रहा था, क्यों आप अलाउ कर रहे थे ये सब कुछ. और यू टॉक अबाउट गोइंग वेदर हम ऐसे ही पार्टनर्स को अट्रैक्ट करेंगे, क्वेश्चंस अराउंड क्या मेरे बच्चे ये इनहेरिट करेंगे. सीमा सेड अ पॉइंट एंड आई ये हमारी लास्ट कॉल में भी ये पॉइंट उठा था. आई सेड दैट कि योर किड्स आर लुकिंग एट यू एज रोल मॉडल. आप जो करोगे उनको वही दिख रहा है. आप अगर ऑलरेडी अपने आप को हील कर रहे हो एंड यू आर बिकमिंग अ बेटर पर्सन, यू डोंट हैव टू वरी अबाउट योर किड्स. दे आर ऑलरेडी फॉलोइंग यू. So just set a good example. Don't worry about them. Worry about yourself. You become a good example for them. बच्चे तो आपको ही फॉलो करने वाले, तो खुद अपने ऊपर फोकस ना रख के अगर आप सिर्फ ये देखोगे कि मैं उनको कैसे ठीक करूं, उनको कैसे, ये ऐसे नहीं होता है. It doesn't work like that. Especially in case of kids, it doesn't work like that. बच्चों को आप बता के नहीं करते हो, बच्चों को आप दिखा के करते हो. So you do things for yourself. You prioritize yourself. You prioritize your own healing. You prioritize your own well-being. तो उनको ये सीखने को मिलता है कि हाँ ऐसे करना है. जब वो बड़े होंगे तो they will not attract relationships like that. And even if they attract relationships like that, so लोग तो आएंगे. तो ऐसा नहीं है, हम ये जो अट्रैक्ट बोलते हैं ना, ये अट्रैक्ट ऐसा नहीं है कि हम बोल रहे हैं कि आप कोई मैग्नेट हो और आपको वो अट्रैक्ट हो रहे. इट्स नॉट लाइक दैट. अट्रैक्ट का मतलब होता है कि आप जिस फ्रीक्वेंसी पे वाइब्रेट करते हो, जिस तरह का सोचते हो, उसी तरह के लोग रेजोनेट होंगे आपके साथ. लोग तो हर तरह के आएंगे आपकी लाइफ में. अच्छे लोग भी आएंगे, बुरे लोग भी आएंगे, आपके लेवल के लोग भी आएंगे, बट रेजोनेट आपसे वही करेंगे जो जिस लेवल पे आप हो. तो आज अगर आप अपने आसपास देखते हो और अपने आसपास देख के आपको ये लगता है कि ये किस तरह के लोग हैं मेरे आसपास, आई डोंट लाइक दीज पीपल, so that is a reflection of your own vibration. तो आपका ध्यान कहीं इस चीज पे नहीं, आपका ध्यान से बाहर इस चीज पे है कि मेरे को ये लोग पसंद नहीं आ रहे हैं, बट आपको ये ध्यान नहीं आ रहा कि आप खुद भी वैसे ही हो, इसीलिए ये लोग आपके आसपास हैं, इसीलिए आप अलाउ कर रहे हो, इसीलिए आपके आसपास वो रह पा रहे हो. जब आप खुद हील हो जाओगे तो आप इनसे रेजोनेट करना ही छोड़ दोगे, ये लोग आपसे रेजोनेट करना छोड़ देंगे. ये आपने शायद ऑब्जर्व किया होगा कि समटाइम्स एक सर्टन टाइप के फ्रेंड सर्कल में आपका एक फ्रेंड सर्कल रहता है, फिर धीरे धीरे आपकी लाइकिंग चेंज हो जाती है, कुछ हो जाता है, तो धीरे धीरे आप वो फ्रेंड सर्कल में रेजोनेट होना बंद हो जाते हैं. आप उनसे मिलोगे भी तो ना तो आपके पास उनके लेवल की बातें करने के लिए होती है, ना उनके पास आपके लेवल की बातें, तो धीरे धीरे वो खत्म हो जाता है. वो लोग निकल जाते हैं आपकी लाइफ से अपने आप. कोई बंद नहीं कर रहा है, कोई किसी को ये नहीं बोल रहा है कि मैं मिलूंगी नहीं या कुछ नहीं है, लेकिन वो अपने आप फिजल आउट हो जाता है, क्योंकि अब ना तो वो आपकी कंपनी एंजॉय करते हैं, ना आप उनकी कंपनी एंजॉय करते हैं. दिस इज हाउ इट हैपेंस विद रिलेशनशिप्स आल्सो. तो वंस यू स्टार्ट टू हील, वंस यू स्टार्ट टू रेजोनेट एट अ डिफरेंट लेवल, इन लोगों से रेजोनेट करना ही बंद कर दो. ये लोग आपकी लाइफ में आएंगे भी ना, तो अभी अगर आपको इनसे कुछ एम्पैथी, सिंपैथी, जो भी फील होता है जिसकी वजह से आपको, वो बंद हो जाएगा. आपको ये लगे हाँ ठीक है ना, ये भी है, ऐसे भी हैं लोग, तो आप उनके साथ सिंपथाइज करोगे, एम्पथाइज करोगे, बट आपको कुछ वो नहीं लगेगा. ऐसा नहीं कि आप उसमें ड्रॉ इन हो रहे हो, आप उसमें सक इन हो रहे हो. समवन वाज सेंडिंग अ मैसेज इन द ग्रुप टुडे, वाज सेइंग कि ग्रुप में इतने सारे लोग अपनी प्रॉब्लम्स डालते हैं, तो इट मस्ट बी ड्रैगिंग अस डाउन एंड ऑल दैट, एंड आई रोट दैट नो, इट डजंट ड्रैग मी डाउन. आई कैन एम्पथाइज, आई कैन अंडरस्टैंड, आई कैन सिंपथाइज, बट किसी की प्रॉब्लम मैं अपनी प्रॉब्लम नहीं बनाता. मुझे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है, मेरी कोई एनर्जी डाउन नहीं होती है आप लोगों की स्टोरी पढ़ के, क्योंकि मैं, हाँ मेरी एनर्जी कब डाउन होगी, जब मैं भी वो अनहील्ड स्टेट में हूँगा. आपकी स्टोरी पढ़ के मुझको अपना कुछ याद आएगा और फिर उसके बाद मैं अपने ही ख्यालों में चला जाऊंगा और अपनी मेरी एनर्जी डाउन हो जाएगी. हाँ मेरे साथ भी ऐसा हुआ, मेरे साथ भी ऐसे किया, मेरे को भी ये हुआ, तो मेरी अपनी एनर्जी डाउन हो गई. वो नहीं होती. मैं सुन सकता हूँ, तो आई कैन बी मोर रिसोर्सफुल, आई कैन बी मोर प्रेजेंट, बिकॉज आई एम नॉट गेटिंग अफेक्टेड बाय योर स्टोरीज. तो दिस इज द स्टेट. जब आप वहां पे हो जाते हैं, जब हीलिंग हो जाती है, जब उस स्टेट में आ जाते हो, तो अपने आप उस टाइप के लोगों से रेजोनेंस होना ही बंद हो जाता है. वो लोग आपके आसपास रहेंगे और आपको कुछ फर्क ही नहीं पड़ेगा. आपकी रेजोनेंस सिर्फ उन्हीं लोगों से होगी जिनसे आपकी अब बनेगी ठीक से. तो फॉरगेट कि आगे मेरी लाइफ में ऐसे ही पार्टनर्स आएंगे क्या, आगे मैं ऐसे ही लोगों को अट्रैक्ट करूंगी, यही चलता रहेगा. नो, ये सब क्वेश्चन ही ड्रॉप हो जाएंगे. तो डोंट वरी अबाउट द आंसर्स ऑफ दीज क्वेश्चन. ये क्वेश्चन ही वैलिड नहीं रहने वाले, तो इनके आंसर भी मत चेज करो. जस्ट हील योरसेल्फ, जस्ट बिकम बेटर, एंड द क्रैप इन योर लाइफ विल गेट फिल्टर्ड आउट ऑटोमेटिकली. आपको कुछ करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी, बस अपने ऊपर काम करना है, दैट्स इट. अपने आप को 3-6 महीने के लिए लॉक करो. दैट इज व्हाट आई कीप टेलिंग. जर्नीज आर देयर, plenty of journeys are there, 7-8 very nice journeys that we have created. एक 3 महीने का सब्सक्रिप्शन लो, 3 महीने को अपने आप को लॉक इन करो और डेडिकेटेडली रोज 30 मिनट्स 40 मिनट्स लगा के एक हेल्दी रूटीन बनाओ कि मुझे रोज अपने ऊपर इतना काम करना है, और फिर देखो 3 महीने में कहाँ तक पहुंचते, एंड देन वी विल सी फ्रॉम देयर. एंड आई कीप टेलिंग पीपल एज वेल, आई हैव ऑलरेडी सेड दिस मेनी टाइम्स ऑन द कॉल एज वेल, कि इट इज नॉट अबाउट मनी फॉर. सो अगर आपको कहीं ना कहीं ऐसा लगता है कि ये टाइम वेस्ट होगा, आई हैव सेड 3 महीने के बाद अगर आपको ये लगता है कि यू हैव नॉट achieved anything from this journey, I'll refund your subscription. I'm telling that this call is getting recorded as well. पत्थर की लकीर है, तो I have said this. आप करो, and you just do this. 3 महीने के बाद अगर लगता है कि नहीं कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ा, कुछ मजा नहीं आया, कुछ भी हीलिंग नहीं हुई है, तो कुछ टाइम वेस्ट हुआ, कुछ भी, I'll return you subscription. That's the most I can do. So
ये भी
over to you.
बोल दिया.
Sorry.
ऐसे आपने ये भी रिकॉर्डिंग में बोल दिया कि पैसे रिटर्न कर दूंगा.
Exactly. मैंने तो बहुत बार बोला है ये बात, तो मैंने कई बार रिकॉर्डिंग में बोली है कि I've said it on the messages also कि क्या what is it that is stopping you guys now? So you are all ready to do your healing. You all want to do your healing. आपको प्रोसेस चाहिए, आपको गाइडेंस चाहिए, आपको पाथ चाहिए, आपको दे रहे हैं, पाथ दे रहे हैं, गाइडेंस दे रहे हैं, प्रोसेस दे रहे हैं. एंड आई एम ऑल्सो टेलिंग यू कि आपको नहीं अगर हुआ तो यू टेक द मनी बैक ऑल्सो. अब now take the plunge and take the leap of faith and just do it.
अब अकर्मा जी ने इतना कह दिया है e-learning journeys के बारे में, and I
And
yes, और
the
बोलिए.
mode of payment also, and please the time duration.
No, we'll share the details with you again in the group, Arvind. मैं ये बोलना चाह
The
रहा था
retreat
कि
you are talking about, Arvind?
yeah,
That,
Arvind, was that
Arvind,
question about the retreat or the?
no, not for retreat. First for the
they asked for
journey.
both.
Asking first
First
for
for
the
the
journey.
journey
के लिए
and
तो ऑनलाइन है. हाँ, मोड ऑफ पे इट्स ऑनलाइन सब्सक्रिप्शन ओनली. तो वो तो yeah, we'll share the link. So it's just
Okay.
whatever you can pay by UPI or card or whatever.
Is
Yeah,
it something like
yeah, there are many options.
it's for 1 year or so? It's time bound, but is it something like time is to be devoted by our own convenience? Like at what time I am convenient, I can devote time. Is it like that?
हाँ, बिल्कुल.
Okay.
You can.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. It is like
Thank you
that.
so
You
much.
can. आपको रात को टाइम मिलता है तो रात को
Yeah,
करो,
because
सुबह
I
मिलता है
am.
तो सुबह करो. बट आई ऑलवेज से कि एक टाइम चूज करके अगर स्टिक हो सको तो दैट वुड बी
Yeah.
गुड. चाहे तो
Yeah, for
सुबह का
me,
टाइम कर
night
लो, शाम
time.
का टाइम.
Yeah.
हाँ, तो दैट्स फाइन. जस्ट पिक अ टाइम एंड स्टिक टू इट विद अ डिसिप्लिन कि अब ये करना है, और डू दैट. तो यू कैन सी आवर सिस्टम इज लाइक जैसे नेटफ्लिक्स है. इट्स लाइक नेटफ्लिक्स. तो आप एक बार सब्सक्रिप्शन लेते हो तो हम नए जर्नीज, नया कंटेंट रिलीज करते रहते हैं, आपको उसका एक्सेस मिलता जाएगा उसमें. So you don't have
And
to
what
pay again. अगर आपने 3.
and what about one-on-one call for like starting up of healing or knowing the path? Because I know
So we
every
have
time I get signals, I get some paths like this, platforms like this, but I'm really, 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 really grateful for you people that you allow me to vomit out like whatever was inside. I was not able to vomit out even in front of my parents and my family. They said, leave it, जो हो गया तेरी भी गलती है, तूने इतना दिल से प्यार ही क्यों किया. These type of things I heard. So you people have heard it. Like I wanted someone जो सिर्फ सुने और मैं समझ पाऊं. मैं निकालना चाहती थी अंदर से. And this is the
Arvind,
platform. So I really want to do a journey.
e-learning के जर्नीज के अलावा आप 1-to-1 कॉल भी बुक कर सकते हैं. उसको
Okay.
हम कहते हैं क्लैरिटी कॉल कहते हैं, क्योंकि
Okay.
आप 1-to-1 में रहते हो और उसमें बहुत सारा मतलब बहुत डेप्थ से कॉन्वर्सेशन होता है. बिकॉज ये मतलब
Timing,
आप जान नहीं, टाइमिंग आप चूज कर सकते हो. वहाँ पे कैलेंडर होता है. वो
charges.
क्लैरिटी सब चीजें वहां पर है अरविंद.
Okay.
यू विल गेट टू
Okay.
फाइंड एवरीथिंग देयर. जस्ट क्लिक
Okay.
द लिंक एंड सेलेक्ट द डेट एंड टाइम for the
Okay.
clarity call with Akarma ji and us
Charges
as a
for the
team.
clarity call is 1,000 rupees for a 45-minute call. We'll
Okay.
share the link with you. You can
Yeah,
book.
please do share.
And time slot, available time slots are there. आपको जब आप ये लिंक पे जाओगे तो आफ्टर कंप्लीटिंग द पेमेंट इट विल टेक यू टू अवर कैलेंडर और वहां से आप टाइम स्लॉट चूज कर सकते हो व्हेन
Okay.
यू वांट
Okay.
टू डू द कॉल. सो जब
Yeah,
भी
Vipra,
कॉल
Vipra,
रहेगी
you
वी
raised,
विल कॉल यू.
Thank you
Vipra,
so
you raised your
much.
hand.
Uh,
Go
Hello.
ahead.
Yes, Vipra.
I was thinking that if I would be interested in the retreat and in the journey, then not like a clarity call, but I wanted to have some idea about what is going to happen in this before I make the payment, because I'm already uh, doing some other practices. So I just wanted to know if all of these things will not conflict and make me too overwhelming.
सी आई वुडंट नो कि आप क्या कर रहे हो, तो वो तो आप ही का डिसीजन होगा कि इट इज कॉन्फ्लिक्टिंग और नॉट. तो आपके साथ हम डिटेल शेयर कर सकते हैं कि जो लर्निंग जर्नी का जो लिंक है वो अभी ग्रुप में शेयर कर देंगे, और जो रिट्रीट है उसका क्या एजेंडा है वो भी मैं शेयर कर दूंगा. अब वेदर इट इज
ठीक है.
कॉन्फ्लिक्टिंग और नॉट एंड ऑल दैट वो तो मैं नहीं बता सकता ना, क्योंकि आई डोंट नो
Okay,
व्हाट यू आर
ठीक है.
डूइंग.
No, definitely. Yeah, if I just get an idea, then I will be able to make a decision.
हाँ हाँ, श्योर श्योर.
That's all.
अभी
Yeah.
कॉल के बाद
Absolutely.
मैं कर दूंगा वो डिटेल शेयर.
ठीक है. Thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thanks, Akuma, for sharing those amazing insights about so many things. जो आपने कहा था. So the question that you need not answer right now is, which always hits me hard, ladies and gentlemen out here, is what is the juice that I'm getting? क्या मिल रहा है मुझे, क्या मजा आ रहा है ये रिलेशनशिप में रह के? थिंक ऑफ दैट, यू डोंट हैव टू आंसर इट नाउ. एंड जस्ट टू ऐड मोर अबाउट इट, जो ई लर्निंग जर्नी.
इस क्वेश्चन पे जस्ट मस्ट आई एम इंटरप्टिंग यू. ये क्वेश्चन से ना फाइट नहीं करना है. सो दिस इज दिस इज अ कॉन्टेम्पलेशन पॉइंटर. कॉन्टेम्पलेशन पॉइंटर इज नॉट दैट यू से कि नहीं ये तो है ही नहीं, मुझे तो कुछ जूस नहीं मिलता. नो, इट इज सो अज्यूम कि इट इज ट्रू. अज्यूम मिल रहा है. हाँ, ये हो सकता है कि अभी आपको समझ नहीं आ रहा क्या मिल रहा है, एंड दैट इज फाइन, बट डोंट क्वेश्चन द क्वेश्चन. सो अज्यूम दैट द क्वेश्चन इज करेक्ट. मिल रहा है, इट इज ट्रू. अब फाइंड करो क्या मिल रहा है. दैट इज योर जॉब. तो क्वेश्चन इज ट्रू, आंसर इज इट इज देयर, क्योंकि ये पॉसिबल ही नहीं है कि नहीं है. तो इतना ट्रस्ट करो कि हमें कोचिंग के एक्सपीरियंस से इतना पता है कि ये ट्रू है. अब आपको नहीं मिल रहा है, आपको नहीं दिख रहा है, वो अलग बात है. तो बैठ के देखो, बैठ के फाइंड करो कि क्या है वो चूज, और आंसर आएगा. अगर ऑनेस्ट रहोगे अपने साथ, बिल्कुल ऑनेस्टी के साथ देखोगे ना कि हाँ मुझे मिल तो रहा है, ये तो है, ये तो एडवांटेज है इस चीज में, बिल्कुल ऑनेस्टी के साथ. और वो आंसर आपको किसी के साथ शेयर करने की जरूरत नहीं है. अगर आपको लगता है कि ये बहुत ही मतलब ऐसे लग रहा है कि बहुत गिल्ट या शेम आ रहा है उस आंसर से, कि वो एक्सेप्ट भी नहीं हो रहा कि मैं ऐसे कैसे हो सकती हूँ, ऐसे कैसे हो सकता हूँ कि मैं ये कर रहा हूँ, कोई बात नहीं. बट एटलीस्ट गिव दैट ऑनेस्ट आंसर टू योरसेल्फ. हमें देने की जरूरत नहीं है, अपने आप को तो दो एटलीस्ट.
यस, यस. एंड जो भी लिंक शेयर करेंगे, अगर ये शेयर कर देंगे ग्रुप में, तो जो रिट्रीट के बारे में हो, या क्लैरिटी कॉल के बारे में हो, या ई लर्निंग जर्नीज के बारे में हो, यू कैन सब्सक्राइब फॉर एनीथिंग. एंड बिफोर आई एंड द कॉल, आई मीन, आई बीन अ पार्ट ऑफ ई लर्निंग जर्नीज. मैंने खुद ई लर्निंग जर्नीज किए हैं, और मैं कर्मा जी को पिछले 3-3 साल से जानता हूँ. एंड आई जस्ट वांट टू आंसर अरविंद क्वेश्चन की, इज इट सेल्फ बेस्ड कोर्स, व्हाट इज दिस जर्नी एंड ऑल. एक बात बताओ, कितना, अगर मैं आपसे पूछूं कि आप कितना जल्दी हील होना चाहते हो, क्या जवाब होगा आपका? मेरा जवाब तो था एज सुन एज पॉसिबल, जितनी
Maybe
जल्दी हो सके.
tomorrow.
राइट. नहीं, अगर मुझसे पूछा जाए कि कुमार, हाउ फास्ट यू वांट टू हील, आई वुड से एज सुन एज
As soon as
पॉसिबल. यार
possible.
मतलब कोई जादू, करेक्ट, कोई जादू की छड़ी हो तो दे दो यार.
Seriously.
So the reason, the thing I'm telling you this point is, आप जितना डेडिकेटेडली ये करते हो, ई लर्निंग जर्नीज कर लिया आपने, या 1-to-1 क्लैरिटी कॉल बुक कर लिया, या आप हमारे साथ रिट्रीट आ रहे हो मसूरी को, जो भी हो, प्लीज डू इट डेडिकेटेडली. व्हेन आई से डेडिकेटेडली, अगर आपने ई लर्निंग जर्नीज, लेट्स से हेल्थी अटैचमेंट स्टाइल का आपने ई लर्निंग जर्नी शुरू किया, मेरा सजेशन है, मेरा रिकमेंडेशन है, आप एक से ज्यादा बार सुनो एक ऑडियो को, क्योंकि if you listen for the first time, you will get little insights. If you listen for the second time, you will get little more. If you listen for the third time, I'm telling you, you will be blown away with the kind of information which is given. जो आप सुनते हो, ये पूरे ऑडियोस होते हैं, जो भी आप लर्निंग्स देते हो या जो भी आप मेडिटेशन, हमारे पास ये ई लर्निंग जर्नी जो भी है, ये सारे ऑडियोज हैं। आपको इतना इजी है कि आप वॉकिंग करते करते हेडफोन्स लगा के अपने मोबाइल फोन पे सुन सकते हो। इट इज दैट कन्वीनियंट। इससे ज्यादा मतलब इजी हम नहीं बना सकते, मतलब इतना इजी बना दिया हमने। इट्स सो गुड एंड आई गॉट बेनिफिटेड आउट ऑफ इट। अगर मैं अपने हीलिंग अगर मैं अपने नार्सिसिस्टिक पार्टनर से मैं कैसे बाहर आया, अगर ये सब मैं बात करना शुरू करूंगा तो शायद ये कॉल और 1 घंटा चलेगा, आई एम श्योर। एंड just start with e-learning journeys and be dedicated. Listen to the one lesson more than once is my request. Any more questions before we end this call?
Yeah, I just have a quickly question from 𝗕𝗹𝗿, and that is 𝗕𝗹𝗿 was telling 3 steps. So I missed out hearing the first one. I could hear the set where he was telling that these are the 3 steps that we should follow for healing one. So second was setting the boundary. Third is healing grief. What was the first one? I missed
Healing
out.
attachment style.
Okay.
Healing attachment style. First one is healing attachment style. Second one is setting healthy boundaries. Third one is healing grief.
Okay. Thank you, Kumar.
You're
I
welcome,
think
Seema.
healing
Yeah.
attachment styles is the only one thing that allow them to be our, dominant on us.
You will
It is
understand.
very much
by-
relevant. It is very much relevant to almost everyone in the group. क्योंकि
Yes.
लास्ट कम से कम नहीं तो 20 कॉल्स में हमारी हर कॉल इसी टॉपिक पे एंड हो रही है, इसी टॉपिक पे एंड हो रही है, हर कॉल इसी टॉपिक पे एंड हो रही है. यू कैन हियर द रिकॉर्डिंग्स ऑफ ऑल द कॉल एंड आई एम ब्लोन अवे बाय कि इसकी कितनी नीड है. हमने जब ये बनाई थी तो हमें नहीं पता था कि इसकी इतनी नीड होगी, लेकिन इसकी जितनी नीड अभी हमें दिख रही है, it is very good, and you just do that, start with that. It will take 20-21 days to complete, and it
Okay.
starts with an assessment से आपको पता चल जाएगा कि आपका स्टाइल क्या है. There are 3 insecure attachment styles and 1 secure attachment style. So it's a possibility कि आपको सारे ही insecure attachment style का कुछ फ्लेवर दिखे कि ये भी है, ये भी है, ये भी है. Don't get overwhelmed by that कि ये भी है. बी हैप्पी कि आपको सब पकड़ में आ गए.
Yeah.
तो जितने पकड़ में आ गए सबको हील करना है, सबकी अपनी अपना
Yes.
पाथ है. उसका एक वीक का 10 डेज का हर अटैचमेंट स्टाइल का अपना एक पाथ है. सबको करो. 3 पकड़ में आ रहे हैं तो तीनों को करो, क्या फर्क पड़ता है. तो ये
Yes.
तो बेटर है ना, आपको ये भी डिजीज पता लग गई, ये भी डिजीज पता लग गई, तो सबको करो.
Right. Like acceptance and knowing, these 2 things we will get to know, and then we can start our journey. So I'll be
Exactly.
waiting for the
Acceptance.
links in the group, and I'll start them so that I should not miss them.
हाँ, स्टार्ट देम एज सुन एज यू कैन. और वैसे भी जो भी लोग रिट्रीट में आना भी चाह रहे हैं उनके लिए भी यही है कि मैंने सबको यही बोला है, जितने भी लोग अभी रिट्रीट में आएंगे सबको यही बोला है कि वो अटैचमेंट स्टाइल वाली जर्नी तो कंप्लीट करके आनी ही है वहाँ. तो
Yeah.
एनीवे इट इज स्टिल इट्स हैपनिंग ऑन 25th. तो आज क्या है, आज तो 12 है, तो अभी टाइम है. तो वेदर यू वांट टू कम और यू डोंट वांट टू कम, एटलीस्ट स्टार्ट दैट, ताकि आपका वो बेस कंप्लीट हो जाए. तो बाद में अगर आपको रिट्रीट में आना है तो वो तो
Second time.
कंप्लीट
Yes.
करके ही आना पड़ेगा. हाँ.
Yes.
Is this 25th October or November?
November.
November. Okay.
So
Next month.
you have enough time actually to finish at least these top 3 e-learning journeys multiple times, in fact. So you've got enough time. No doubts about that.
तो एक बेस बन जाता है और यू हैव सर्टेन वे, यू नो, जहाँ हम वहाँ पे जो देने वाले हैं, हम वहाँ पे जो ऑफर करने वाले हैं, उसको रिसीव करने के लिए एक जो बोलते हैं ना कि रिसीविंग वो कंटेनर भी होना चाहिए ना. नहीं तो क्योंकि वी हैव डन 10, वी हैव ओनली अलाउड 10 सीट्स, और वो एक के साथ में कॉल करके उनको अलाउ कर रहा हूँ, बिकॉज इट इज़ एन इन्विटेशन ओनली. ऐसा नहीं है कि आप बोलो कि हाँ मैं आना चाह रही हूँ, लेकिन आने के लिए भी आई नीड टू सी कि यू आर एट दैट रिसीविंग एंड. तो
Yes.
ये एक ऐसी रिट्रीट है जिसमें इट्स नॉट कि वहाँ पे जस्ट इंफॉर्मेशन हम कुछ पावर पॉइंट पे दिखा रहे हैं और वो ऐसे नहीं, वो करने वाली है, विच इज अबाउट कुंडलिनी एक्टिवेशन, कुंडलिनी अवेकनिंग. तो उसके लिए एक सर्टन लेवल रिक्वायर्ड है टू बी देयर. to be able to do that. This is based on the 𝗕𝗹𝗿𝗵 Tantra. That's the techniques that we will be sharing over there. तो उसके लिए एक वो पात्रता बोलते हैं ना कि पात्रता होनी चाहिए उसको रिसीव करने के लिए. तो it's not कि just intention is not enough कि I want to attend. एक preparation की भी जरूरत है उसके लिए.
What is the end date for the booking of the retreat?
Sorry, what is the so end date है 20th of October. 20th of October is when, so we are saying you, I'll share the details. I'll share the details with you. End date is 20th of October, by which you have to tell us you are coming. We have to lock in the resort also for the number of participants that are coming. It's not going to be more than 10, but final, how many people are qualified to do that, we will take a call on 20th of October.
Have you told about charges for the same? Or I
Yes,
missed it?
No, I haven't. Charges are 25,000 per person. So that is including the accommodation, food, and everything over there.
It includes everything, Arvind, except your travel.
And for how many days it is?
2.5 days. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday evening से start करेंगे, Sunday evening को खत्म करेंगे.
And we'll be back by Friday evening or Monday morning?
No, Sunday evening हम 5 o'clock खत्म कर देंगे. तो Sunday evening people will leave. So Friday को हम 5 o'clock के आसपास we are going to be starting. And 5 o'clock तक हम आप बोल रहे हैं 5-6 o'clock तक सब लोग आ जाएंगे. डिनर करने के बाद एक सेशन होगा उस दिन, और फिर उसके बाद 2 days full on Saturday and Sunday is when we will be starting 6 o'clock in the morning Saturday, and want everyone to be present Friday evening itself. तो एक initiation ceremony ritual Friday evening को रहेगा, और फिर उसके बाद Saturday Sunday is the main work.
All right. Wow. I mean, usually ऐसा होता है कि कॉल 1 घंटे का होता है. Generally, Sundays कॉल स्टार्ट होते हैं 5 बजे, और Wednesday and Friday 7 PM को स्टार्ट होता है. And today we're almost like 2 hours, Akarma. So ऐसा भी हुआ था कि पहले Sunday calls ना कोई calls 3 घंटे चले गए. मतलब people wanted to learn so much, share so much. So today I want to thank all of you who joined this call and shared whatever you have shared. And I'm sure and I pray that you get healed through our e-learning journeys or through our retreat or whatever it is. So thank you so much for joining. If you do not have any more questions, we can end the call. Any questions, anyone?
We can also continue the conversation in the group. We can end the call, and
yeah,
so
we can end the call. And
if more questions are there, you can post it in the group also.
Absolutely. And I would also encourage you to let people know what did you gain out of these calls. How do you feel attending these calls? Because you understand, right? People get busy into their day-to-day activities. They have all the excuses in the world of not attending, not taking time. But if you put a word in the group, we really want more and more people to attend and heal themselves and have outstanding relationships. Is what we want for them. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining. See you all in our next call, which will happen on Friday at 7 PM. Have a good night.
Lots of blessings and much appreciation. Sending love to all. Bye-bye. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Thanks all. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.